Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video I'm gonna talk to you guys about my most anticipated NECA figures of 2026 slash a wish list. So who knows, maybe we're gonna see some of these this year. I know Toy Fair is just around the corner, is next month, I believe on the 14th, so exactly a month ago. So yeah, let's take a look here, but before you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and let me know what are your most excited NECA figures of this year. So yeah, this was a request by a subscriber, so thank you very much, whoever you are. I forgot your name. So yeah, let's dig in here. Obviously here, let's start here with obviously Ash Williams, a very classic, I guess, horror icon from the 80s and 90s. I would like to see this guy in color scale. I don't know, it just, there's something about the NECA color scale figures that make them special, and I think this one would be a very nice addition the collection. I know a lot of fans like the Evil Dead and Ash Williams as a character. I think this one, if they could do like two head sculpts, a chainsaw, an axe, maybe like a bloody version, who knows, they could do multiple variations. I think this would be a very nice seller. So yeah, this one definitely, if they could do a color scale, I think it would be very dope for a lot of people. So yeah, moving on here. Again, I have quite a few figures to show you guys for concept. Again, this is a very old picture. I think this one is almost like maybe 17 years old or something like that. Again, from back in the day, I believe this was a toy fair. Again, the reason why I'm showing you guys these is these on top here are core scale figures, I believe. And again, these were never made. As you can see down below, the AVPR version, these are just the 7-inch, but it would have been very cool. Obviously, we saw Big Chap a few times in core scale, so that's all good. But we need more aliens in general. I think NECA skipped the dog alien and the alien resurrection alien. I think those would look very cool in horror scale, especially the dog alien would be such a unique figure because of the proportions and the elongated limbs and whatnot. I think those would be very cool. Also, the Pred alien again. Imagine that figure in core scale, how big that's gonna be. So regardless of core scale or not, I think we definitely need these two, at least in deluxe form. This guy is gonna be very big. Wolf, I am not sure why it's taking them so long to do, because it was announced a few years ago. We saw like a prototype on Instagram or something. I think, like I said, maybe since Toy Fair is around the corner, we might finally get Wolf reveal in 2026. But regardless, I'm gonna cover Toy Fair, so expect a video on that next month. But again, I cannot imagine these two in color scale. I mean, I think they would be very nice. I think NECA are capable because they are very strong when it comes to their sculpt. Their paint application got better over the years. I think, even like a warrior from AVPR, I think those would be very cool additions. So again, Wolf, for instance, they could do multiple head sculpts, maybe like 3 head sculpts, closed mouth, open mouth, battle damage, mask, whip, a bunch of accessories. Those here obviously come with like some face huggers, so that would be cool to see. So who knows, maybe one day those are going to be awesome to see. Moving on here, again, I'm putting Bruce the Shark here, as a picture because obviously NECA made the game of Jaws, but we actually need a more in-scale, version of Bruce. A proper 1/10 scale, I think, would be cool with more accessories. I think that would be awesome. Again, this thing is gonna be huge. I mean, the Jaws the game figure which I have, I think that one is like 16 inches long. This one, I would not imagine how big it's gonna be. It's gonna be almost like 30 inches long. It's gonna be very big. So they could definitely do, this one. Maybe a different head sculpt you can pop on and off. I know they're never gonna do Brody because of some licensing issues with the family. I think that's stupid. The family of the actor doesn't want his likeness on figures or merchandising, I think, all in general. I think that alone is pretty stupid. So who knows, maybe one day we're gonna see this guy. I think they were teasing the waters with the Jaws the game one, so who knows, maybe one day. Let's cross our fingers. Okay, this one obviously was released many years ago. I had the original, but this is just a re-release. So hoping to get this one in 2026. I just got the Jungle Hunter last month, which I did an unboxing of. So make sure to check that on my channel. But this one, the City Hunter, Again, very nostalgic movie. I remember when I saw this as a kid, and obviously the Predator scared the shit out of me, especially how he looked underneath the mask. I think this one looks kind of like a crab, you know, with the old pointy mandibles and everything. And I like how we saw a lot of equipment on this guy, you know, a lot of new weapons like the combi stick, the the disc right there. I think this one is very awesome. So yeah, this gun is definitely gonna join my collection here this year. I'm gonna do a video on that as well. Moving on, yes, more core scale figures. I think NECA in general should do more core scale figures. I think these are very nice. The sculpts are, you know, very detailed in a paint application. And like I said when I did the review on this guy, this is obviously the core scale Terrifier figure or the clown. This is the bloody version, which is exclusive to their website. They also did a clean version. But again, when I did the video on this guy on the review, I said, man, the sculpt is more detailed than my Trick or Treat Studios one, which is insane. But yeah, this guy is gonna come this year. I'm gonna make a video on. I'm so excited with this one. This is probably one of my, I guess, most anticipated releases of 2026. But like I said in this video, it's also like a wish list, so who knows, maybe some of these are gonna release. But yeah, this one with all the extra goodies. Again, you have some swappable faces. I think this is gonna be a very badass and popular release by NECA, which is supposed to come obviously this year. Moving on, obviously this is the clean version. Again, same scope as the last one, but this one has different faces, I think. So who knows, maybe I'm gonna grab both, but I'm more entitled on the bloody version. I think that one looks a little bit more creepier, the added blood. So again, these two are gonna sell like hotcakes. Make sure to pre-order yours. Again, this one is the Conjuring universe. I'm surprised that they put this up pre-order, but again, this is fantastic. This is Maltus, pretty much the demon behind the Annabelle doll. So who knows, I hope that they're gonna continue and give us some more figures from the line. I think it's gonna be cool. But yeah, this one, instant pre-order for me when I saw this one. Very awesome. Again, you have 3 additional head sculpts, some extra feet right there, a bunch of hands. I think the sculpt is exceptional. It looks fantastic. The paint application, very creepy. You know, a character. I remember the first time I saw him in the Annabelle movie, he was creeping on the ceiling, and then he pretty much lounges on the character. I forgot her name, Mia, I think. Yeah, very creepy characters. Again, this one is gonna be awesome to see this year. Okay, moving on. Yes, this one was kind of controversial. I made the video on the Predator Badlands deck here. Again, I think that the head sculpt should be improved. I mean, look at those mandibles, how thick they are. I mean, I don't understand. NECA has been doing Predators since like almost 20 years ago, not more. I'm not sure why it's so difficult to sculpt more accurate mandibles, because these are way too thick, as you can see here, very sloppy. So I think they still have time to maybe improve the head sculpt. But again, this one I guess is anticipated for me because I like to have all the Predator figures from the movies when it comes to NECA. So again, hopefully they're gonna correct the head sculpt. And speaking of Predator Badlands, hopefully they're gonna do Deck's brother, Quay, and also his father. I think that's gonna be great additions. But like I said, Toy Fair is just around the corner, so I think we're definitely gonna see more Predator Badlands figures, you know, from this line. Even Thea, I think Thea was supposed to be a 2-pack with Bud, that small creature from the movie. So very excited to see what they're cooking at NECA, obviously, regarding Predator, since like my favorite, you know, franchise and characters from NECA. Again, moving on, yes, Freddy vs. Jason. Obviously, they made the Jason, you know, in the ultimate form. We definitely need Freddy, and you know, more Freddy figures altogether. I think it's gonna be awesome to see from NECA. I'm not sure if it's a licensing issue or what, but we definitely see more, and heck, even more core scales figures in Freddy. I know they've done 2 from the second and third movie, and again, I have those in my collection. Make sure to check my whole. I did a big video on my whole NECA update. Also, speaking of NECA, I'm gonna do my NECA Alien collection next week, so make sure you stay tuned in that. I'm gonna show pretty much, guys, all my NECA Alien figures, so it's gonna be very cool. But we definitely need more Freddy. Okay, speaking again of core scale figures, they've announced this a few months ago, I believe, just in time for Halloween. So this is the It. Welcome to Derry. This is the TV show, and speaking of that, I still have to continue watching this, but I was able to pre-order a steelbook from Amazon, so I'm gonna definitely catch up to the show because it's very nice. Again, this is the core scale of Pennywise. Looks like two of the head sculpts are brand new, so that's gonna be awesome to see. Again, this one is definitely coming to the collection. I'm excited to do this one. Again, you have a balloon, not a whole lot of accessories. Would have been cool if they're gonna do more, maybe like a bloody version, just like the 7-inch. I think that's gonna be cool. Also, I'm gonna pick that one up. So a lot of it figures to come here. Yes, obviously they need to complete the Friday 13 collection. They've released Pamela Voorhees not long ago, so I think there are 3 figures away of completing the whole line, or maybe 4, should I say. So first one is obviously Jason Takes Manhattan here. They could do some cool things with this one. They include some awesome accessories like the guitar, maybe a few different head sculpts, because obviously at the end of the movie his head kind of gets melted away by the acid, so that's gonna be cool to see. Next one, obviously Jason Goes to Hell here. I think this one is a very unique head sculpt, which is gonna make for an interesting figure. They could do obviously maybe even a mask head sculpt. I know there's some behind the scenes that NECA showed us what, like not NECA, I mean the studio showed us what his head sculpt was supposed to be. I like the whole design. There was like a skull effect on one side, and I like this one a lot, where like the mask is kind of sinking inside the head. I think this one will make for a great figure. And finally, Jason X. Obviously they can do 2 figures with this one, Uber Jason and the regular Jason. I think this is the worst Jason look ever. I'm not a big fan of the hockey mask, but this one, interesting, was my first Jason movie that I ever saw. I remember getting the VHS back in the day, 2004, which is almost 22 years ago. It's crazy, guys. I got the VHS for like $5, and that's how I got introduced to Jason. But again, some people like the movie, some don't, but I think the design is interesting. Also, the Uber Jason, I think, would be a very kick-ass figure. I think McFarlane did one many years ago. So I think, yeah, obviously NECA is gonna do a kick-ass job on this one. Moving on here, yes, Jeepers Creepers. I know there's a lot of controversy behind the director of the movie, but I think he designed a very nice character here. And there's a few movies out there, obviously. The very first 2 are cool, the other one, So this one, again, they could do multiple head sculpts. Even those wings that he has in the movies, they could definitely do like a deluxe version and give us the wings. I think it's gonna be awesome. So this one definitely has some interesting gear. So the axe that he has, removable hat, different head sculpts. Again, I like the character. So yeah, this one I think a lot of people would be happy to see. Obviously, yes, moving on, this is again on the wish list here. We may not see these, we may, who knows, in the future. But yeah, imagine if NECA would do Jurassic Park figures. I mean, man, a 1/10 scale T-Rex would be so cool to see, man. And even, hell, maybe the Jeep, some of the characters, Raptors, Brachiosaurus, the Velociraptors. I mean, again, this is my favorite movie ever made. Again, I was born the same time as the first Jurassic Park movie came out. So again, very nostalgic for me. Who knows, maybe they're gonna pull the trigger one day. I think they're gonna sell a lot of these. So again, I think people are gonna be happy if they acquire the license. I'm not sure how expensive it is to own. Who knows? Maybe one day. Moving on here, yes, this is an older figure, but I still need this for the collection. Obviously, this is the NECA Deluxe Alien Queen. I think this is one of their best figures ever made. The sculpt, the size is exceptional. So this one I definitely need to pre-order. I think now they are at like, I don't know how many variations of the reissue, maybe 4 or 5. Did they keep remaking this one since like it was released back in 2013, I think. So yeah, this is definitely joining the collection this year. I'm gonna do a separate videos on all of these if they get released. Yes, moving on here, obviously NECA did 2 of 1:1 scale Chucky figures. I think 2 or 3 years ago I used to have their Chucky, but this is almost from their series. They're making Chucky and Tiffany, and I'm definitely want to get both of these. I think the Chucky, the head sculpt is sensational. I believe this one have movable eyes, so it's gonna be cool. Obviously synthetic hair, and they do have like a skeleton inside where you can move the body. And again, same thing here for Tiffany. I think she looks great. The only thing, I don't think they come with actual weapons. And even if they do, you have pretty much these hands. So it would have been cool if they would do swappable hands, so you can put like a knife inside, just like the Trick or Treat Studios one. But yeah, this one definitely a must-have if you're a Chucky fan, and the series was pretty cool. So yeah, these are definitely coming to the collection. And finally, I think this is just me putting this out there. Tremors. I'm not sure if these would sell well, if they're gonna do some of the creature effects. I think they're called graboid or something like that. Again, I love the first movie again with Kevin Bacon, so I'm not sure if NECA would ever put the trigger on this. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. These are pretty big actually, so it's gonna be interesting to see. But who knows? Maybe they're gonna do it, maybe not. I'm just putting this out there to see if there's any interest from you guys, if they will ever put the trigger on this. But again, not sure. So yeah, this pretty much. Oh, we have one last more here. Obviously, Victor Crowley. They've done a, I think, 8-inch retro cloth figure a couple years ago during COVID. So I think this one will definitely sell well. If they're doing more, like an ultimate version, I think this one from the third movie especially, yeah, I think it's the best look you can give. Multiple head sculpts like this one with the slash inside. Multiple weapons, because this one Victor Crowley sure likes his weapons. I think there's gonna be some interesting things that they can include with this one. So yeah, this is definitely on the wish list. Again, like I said, uh, you know. The toy fair is around the corner, so maybe we're gonna see more of these. Maybe we're gonna see some new announcements. I'm very excited to see that. That was pretty much it. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What are your most excited figures from NECA you want to see in 2026? Uh, Let me know in the comments below. I like to know. And as usual, guys, thanks for watching the video. Appreciate all your support. Make sure you like, give me a subscribe to the channel, and as usual, guys, have a fantastic day. See you soon on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.